Hello everyone, this is Miss Angelina from Lobby School of English Language. I am an IELTS coach and a language trainer. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to introduce a third person. In my previous videos, you learned how to introduce yourself, but in this video, you are going to learn how to introduce someone else, your friend, your mother, your father, your daughter, your son, or any one of your acquaintances, anyone that you know, how to introduce a third person. So let's get started. As in my previous videos, I taught you how to introduce yourself. I'm just going to mention the link of that video here. You can watch that video in case you don't know how to introduce yourself. So in this video, we will learn how to introduce a third person, anyone who you are familiar with, someone who is a part of your family, or any third person, right? So let's get started. As the first step in introduction is telling about your name. So you said that I am, or this is, or you can call me. You can call me Angelina. This is Angelina, right? But for someone else, you will say, my father's name is, or my mother's name is, right? Or for example, if that person is next to you and you want to introduce that person to someone, you will say, hi, this is my mother. And my mother's name is maybe Alina, right? So this is the way you would tell the name of somebody else. For example, you want to introduce your teacher. Maybe I am your teacher. So you say, hi, this is my teacher, Angelina. Step number 2 is telling about the age. As you said, 30 years old, or I'm 31 years old, or you said that I'm 18 years old. You told your age this way. But you would tell the age of a third person or somebody else by saying, he is blank years old, he is 50 years old, or he is 30 years old, or she is 50 years old, or she is 20 years old. Moving forward, step number 3. As the step number 3 is how to tell about the place where you come from. As you said that I come from Lahore, but I live in Karachi. So just the way, if you're talking about a third person, you would say, well, there would be a little bit of grammatical change that you would have to make, and that would be, she comes from. My teacher comes from. You would add an S with a formal verb, or ES with a formal verb, and you would say that she comes from, but she lives in. My mother comes from Lahore, but she lives in Karachi. Comes from, and then the name of that city, and then she lives at a different place, so you would mention the name of that place as well. Step number 4, as you learned about your own introduction, that you would have to tell about your own qualification. So in this step, you would also tell about the qualification of the person that you're introducing. For example, you say, I have done my inter in commerce from a particular college, or I have done my master's in language and literature from a particular university, right? And then you mention the name of your university. For somebody else, you will say, she has done. You were using I have, but for the third person, you will use she has, or he has done, or my teacher has, or my mother has, or my father has, or my brother has, or my sister has, or my son has, or my daughter has, okay? Moving forward to step number 5. Step number 5 was related to work, telling about what kind of job that you have. As you learned that you can tell about your work, I am working as a manager, or I am a teacher, or I'm a doctor, or I'm an engineer, right? You talked about it this way. But if you want to tell about the work of somebody else, how you're going to tell that? You're going to say, she is working as a manager, or he is a doctor, or she is a teacher. Step number 6. Step number 6 was telling about the hobbies or the leisure time activities. As you learned that you can tell about your leisure time activities by saying, I like to watch TV in my free time. But for the third person, you will add an S or an ES or IES with the first formal verb and write there that she watches TV in her free time or she likes to watch TV in her free time. He reads books in his free time. He likes his free time. He likes to read books in his free time. Got it? Number 7. Number 7 was related to telling about your skill. For example, if you tell about your skill that I'm good at English, I'm good at math, I'm good at cooking, or I'm good at communication. So if you would be telling the skill of somebody else, you can easily say that she is good at, or he is good at, or he is a good cook. She is a good teacher. Okay, step number 8 is telling about the goal and your ambition in life. So let's talk about it. You can tell about your goal and your aim and your ambition in life by saying, I want to be a doctor, or I'm looking forward to be a businessman, or I'm looking forward to be a lawyer. But for a third person, you would say, she wants to become. You would have an addition of an S with the first formal verb or ES or IES based on the first formal verb, how you convert that first formal verb into its plural form, right? So you would say that she looks forward to be a model, right? So this is how you are going to introduce a third person. Now, sometimes in IELTS task as well, or like normally when we are sharing information about somebody that we like, this question is very common. Who's your favorite person? Who's your favorite member of the family? Who's your best friend? Who's your favorite teacher? Who's your favorite personality? It could be any question. So you can use this kind of information to describe the person. You can tell about the name of the person, you can tell about the age of the person, you can tell about the qualification of the person, where do they come from, you can talk about what do they do, you can tell about what are their hobbies, what do they like to do, what they don't like to do, you can talk about what are they good at, or you can talk about what is their ambition in life, right? So this is how you would be able to tell about your favorite person at home or at your workplace, or you might be able to tell about your best friend or your friends. You might be able to introduce someone. We visit different places, we go to different events, and there are different occasions when we meet people, and we would want to introduce our family to somebody else, or we would want our family to be introduced by our friends. So this is a very nice way, right? By saying. So right now I'm just going to demonstrate it in front of you. For example, if I have my mother with me and I want to introduce my mother to you guys, so then I'll say, hey everyone, this is my mother, and my mother's name is Ella, right? Or for example, if I say that, if I say, hi mom, this is my student Ali, and he is a brilliant student, and he comes from Lahore, right? This would be a brief introduction, because when we meet people in meetings or events or on different occasions, definitely we do not have a lot of time to explain about their entire personality or who they are. But this is called a brief intro of somebody. Hey mom, this is my student Ali, and if I say Ali, this is my mom, right? And they would shake hands with each other and tell each other that nice to meet you, nice to meet you, or you can say nice meeting you. Well, I hope you guys learned something from this video. You can introduce your loved ones or your favorite person from your family or from your friends in the comment section below. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to upload so many videos that are going to help you in so many ways. This is Miss Angelina signing off. Keep on loving, stay safe, be happy, and love is beautiful. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.